Okay, for part 2, what we're going to do is create a sketch on this face here and create that cutout. So we'll go ahead and create a sketch on this plane. I'll go ahead and put the horizontal axis here, and it doesn't much matter where I put the sketch point, but I'd like to put it in the middle there, and there it comes up. Okay, and let's make sure we get the X direction where we want it. I just double click that arrow and I'm good to go. Okay, so that's in the center. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a center line in, and I'll go from this center point and I'll just go right up to the arc, and I'll just OK on that, and then I just want to click on that line, and this makes it a reference right here if I go to that third point there. So I just hover over the line and that puts that in there for you. So now I'm going to draw some lines. And I'll come up and do a line like so. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. I need to turn my auto dimension off. You can see there it's on still. So I'll just right click on the sketch, go to settings, turn off the auto, and apparently I got a line in there somehow that didn't really want. Delete that, and now we'll go back at it. So I'm going to draw a line straight up. Again, remember you have to click on that previous point. And I'll just go ahead on over. And then come all the way back over to here. And I'm done with that. I'll type in again D for dimension, so I'll come off of this edge to here with a dimension, and that says it needs to be 0.3281. Same thing here if you want. 3281. Give a dimension from here to the center line. And that one is 0.219. Same thing on the other one. It's symmetrical. 4219. Dimension from bottom to this edge. That is 0.125. Might as well just do the same thing over here. 125. Here up to, and that is 0.6563. And that's fully constrained, so I'm done with that. I'll finish the sketch. Rotate that around where I can see it maybe. Do an extrude. Okay, I want to pick this as my curve. I want to subtract. So I need to flip the direction. And I want that to go back. Let's see now, you have to look in the other view for that. And it's 0.5313, and we'll hit OK, and there's our first cutout. Now we can right click on that sketch and hide that, and it won't show up, and we can right click on this sketch one and hide it, and all we're seeing is the cutouts. Okay, now if you didn't have much of material between this edge and the top, then you probably put it on the wrong flat surface. You probably put it on this one, but that's okay. You don't have to redo this. You can just go back in and flip your radii around and you'd still be okay. So there's that. Now it also shows that there's a little chunk in the middle there, or in that inside there. So what I'm going to do is you can do this several different ways. I think I'll just go in here and do a sketch on this plane right here. Why not? I'll make the horizontal axis maybe be right there. and then I'll start my sketch. Oh, on this end it really doesn't matter. And let's see now, I want the Y to flip and hit OK, so we're going straight in on that. Now, okay, so I'm just going to go back in there and draw my sketch, and I'll draw a rectangle, start in that corner, except for I'm in the wrong corner there, aren't I? Gotta go back up here. Let's try it again. Okay, so I'm going to draw my sketch, my rectangle right in here, and of course I forgot to turn off the auto dimensioning, so I'll just double click that and make that 0.125. Might as well use it. And then this one is 0.125. Okay, so I've got that done. I'll finish the sketch. Rotate that around a little bit. We want to extrude. Pick the curve. Rotate that around. And I want to go to Unto Selected. Hit OK. Oh, let's see what's going on there now. Oh, I don't want to subtract, so I don't want to unite. Okay, everything should be good now. And I've got that. Okay. Let's hit save. Oh, also, note, well, I'll do that. I'll deal with that later. There's a way we can change the color of this object, and it's right up here in Edit, Object Color, but we have to address how to get to that. So again, I need to hit the save button, and once we get that, I think all we're left with is the holes, maybe. Yeah, the holes. Okay, so the next thing I want to do then is I want to put in a datum plane, and I'm going to put it in as at a distance. So I'll select this face. I'm just going to make it 1 inch, and I'm going to flip it out that direction and hit OK. Now that is outside the arc there. So then I'm going to go to hole, and I want to specify a point, and I want to sketch a section, and I'll use this plane right here to sketch the section, and I'll use for the horizontal reference, let's see, let's go with that line right there. And I don't know that I really care where the origin's at. Oh, I should have flipped that, shouldn't I? Let's undo that and do it again. What the heck? Right click and hit fit, and that'll put everything on the screen. I can deal with that. That'll work. We'll make that work. Okay, so let's see. We want to put in some points. I put a point here, and a point there. Close that, and let's go ahead and put in these. Since it's going to put those dimensions in, let's just use them. Let's see. It's 1.37. Oh, there it is. 0.6875. Sorry. Gotta get rid of all that crap. 6875. This dimension. See, it doesn't highlight at all. That dimension, now that's really not what we want, although I could do that. 1.625 plus 0.375, right? And let's see, then we've got a dimension between the two, and that needs to be 1.375. And then do we have a dimension for the, there it is, and that really wants to be 0. Okay, so we finished the sketch. Got our 2 points. And let's see, what am I looking at there? Do I have an extra? Oh, that's just my dimension line there. Okay, let's see. I don't need threaded. It's just a general hole. It is, notice the 2 points are already specified. It is a counterbore hole. Counterbore is, let's see, it's called out somewhere, 0.515 for the major diameter or the counterbore, the depth. Now that depth, I need to have 1/4 of an inch left over, and I went an inch, so that needs to be 0.75. 3/8 on the, or 5/16 on the diameter of the hole, and that depth limit goes through the body. It is a subtract. It's counterboard, normal to the face. I think everything's okay there. Let's see what happens. And it says the holes were not created. Let's see, they're counterboard along a vector. That's what we want there. And there's your vector. And okay. Now, how do we know for sure? I'm going to hide that datum plane. How do we know for sure our counterbore's right? Well, we go to analysis, simple distance, pick this face, rotate around, pan up, and pick this face. And you see that it's 1/4 of an inch. So we're okay there. And I think that's it for that piece. Should be good on that. So I'll just hit save again. And that's the end of that. Now, if we wanted to change the color, again, I could pick this out here, but what I want to do is right click and go to customize. And then I'm going to bring this up here where you can see it. But I just want to type in color. And note, we want to edit the object color. So we just drag this up and put it wherever we want it. Now, I'm not going to keep it there, but that's it. And I would just let up on my mouse button and it would take care of it. And then what we can do is just hit that button and select all, hit this button right here, hit OK, and then pick the color you want. And you've got your part there. And then of course you would hit save, and that's the end of that. And it gets the whole thing, so it's kind of nice that way.